ML Sports Take, brought to you by Rosie's Corner, Liverpool Physical Therapy, and Brian Comboy, Mass Mutual, New York State. Tax-efficient retirement planning. Go with Brian today at advisors.massmutual.com. Huge thing about Stefon Diggs getting traded. The Bills don't have to talk about it anymore, right? I mean, let's be honest. All the drama that ensued the last couple of years, off-season no-shows and the OTAs and the Allen Diggs stuff, and is there a rift, and him complaining about, targets, and McDermott, basically sending him home and then having to say that there is a problem, and then there wasn't a problem, and then McDermott and Diggs on the sideline, and obviously the Bengals game a couple of years ago with Diggs barking at Allen, and he barked at Allen all year this year, and, all the nonsense on social media and the cryptic tweets and blah, 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 and Diggs complaining about targets in the offseason, and that really only scratches the surface of the drama of Stefon Diggs. The early part of the Stefon Diggs in Buffalo, it went great because Stefon Diggs was shutting his mouth. He was catching the ball and you're winning ball games. But as soon as something doesn't go right for him or he says, well, we haven't won, it's all of your fault and not mine, and then things start to get a little bit ugly, right? And let's be honest, I'm not saying the Bills are the Kansas City Chiefs because they're not. Top to bottom, please give me a break. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl without Stefon Diggs, but they haven't won one with him, and the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill and won 2 Super Bowls. I'm kind of a fan of this little mini reset. I don't think it's a full reset, but it's a mini reset. I don't like the Mitch Morse cut, but think about the Poyer, Hyde, Diggs, Morse. There's a lot of guys that the Bills, don't have anymore. There's changes across the board, and it's a little bit of a mini reset. It's a new look Bills, but young players, targets, Kincaid, Shakir, a new receiver in the draft. Sure, maybe a little bit more of Dawson Knox. They're running the ball more as well. Joe Brady and his offense for a full year. And did you see what the offense did last year and how much more they produced with Diggs dropping the ball? I mean, this guy wanted all these targets, and all he did was drop the ball. He had a huge drop in LA. He had a huge drop against the Chiefs. And I'm not saying it's that one play, that one catch, that one player, but he's supposed to be an A number one. He wanted all these targets. He makes $18 million a year. He's the one who says he wants to win rings. He's the one who wants to perform on the big stage. He wants the ball in the big moments. Yeah, Josh Allen overthrew him a few times this season, but what about in the big moment when he wanted the ball, when he wanted to be that A number one, when he wanted to be a Michael Jordan of a wide receiver? He dropped the ball. He makes that catch. The Bills might go to the Super Bowl, going to Baltimore and winning that game and then going to the Super Bowl. So enough's enough. Stefon Diggs, they don't have to talk about him anymore. Certainly there will be a ton of talk this week, a little bit more next week. When the draft happens, it'll be talk by default because of what's next and all the rest. But as far as when September hits, when training camp hits, there'll be a couple questions here and there, but they're going to be different questions. Stefon Diggs isn't here anymore. How do you see the reps happening? As opposed to, is Stefon Diggs a problem? It's over. He's Houston's problem now. ML Sports Take here, brought to you by Welch & Company Jewelers, Liverpool Physical Therapy, and Jam and Beats. If you're in and around Central New York, go with Jam and Beats today for any and all private parties, birthday parties, weddings, and more. Jam and Beats is the official DJ service of The Platter.